This is when comments from a user named Roux can be found on some Australian websites. This person is often foul-mouthed, angry, and sarcastic, saying very harsh and offensive things, usually to upset others. As we say today, he's a true troll, like those we see in website comment sections today, or those who try to provoke others with inflammatory remarks and enjoy people's reactions. He also speaks very negatively about Australia, the country that accepted him. For example, he says that as far as he knows, all of Australia could be dumped into the ocean, and the only difference it would make is that there would be one less of these cowardly countries that America has to protect. This, of course, was one of the characteristics he later retained. People who have interacted with him openly say that he was very openly racist. However, the fact that he wrote these things with his own name on these forums at that time is somewhat strange. For example, he once said that Asians pollute the country and should be thrown out of Australia. When someone called him a racist, he replied that people like them should be rounded up, castrated, and then sterilized. Producing people like you spreads a germ. Nothing but a bunch of beggars will come from your lineage. Like most internet trolls, this guy's behavior worked. He became famous in these groups and communities, and a lot of people truly hated him. They even created IDs against him. And after a while, like many others, he came and said, "Yes, you were all fooled. I wanted to provoke you. You Australians generally get upset very quickly. It's enough for someone to say, for example, 'What a lousy country you have,' and you all get angry. I was just messing with you for fun." After that, as a final, decisive move, he posted a 30-part essay on one of these sites and said, "Here, I will describe the pros and cons of Australia as a nation from my perspective. There are a few interesting points there." He says, "I am from Zimbabwe. I left Zimbabwe in 1984 and lived for a long time in various countries like England and America," meaning he was a well-traveled person, and he's giving this opinion. Among the cons of Australia, he mentions things like, "The internet here is ridiculously expensive," or "Pornography laws here are backward," or "Banks report everything you do," or "Movies are released here 6 months after America," or "Drug laws are very primitive and backward compared to Europe." Then he also makes a comment saying that the way to deal with drugs is actually to legalize them. In short,